Well, what an honor it is to be here tonight with all of you, and I think I'm going to tell you a little bit about the phenomenal show that will unfold over the next hour or so. A few words of thanks. The people at the San Francisco Conservatory of Music have been unbelievable partners. David, Katie Nicely, Molly Quinn, what a joy to work, and what a unique collaboration. I think this is one of the reasons I live in San Francisco, is these sorts of grand ideas crossing boundaries of music and the brain are really possible. And I think the people in our city are able to appreciate and why this happens, and I think it pushes both areas. It pushes music, it also pushes brain sciences to a better, higher level of humanity. We have from UCSF, the two people that have helped me extraordinarily on this presentation, Camelia Rodriguez-Sackburn, who is one of the kindest, most competent people ever imaginable, and what a pair with Carolyn Prelo, who helps with everything that I do. So huge thanks, and a special thanks to my grandson, who's here as well, to capture all of the science that you're going to hear about, and I hope soon to become a musician. We also have a dyslexia group of people here tonight. Mari-Lou Gorno-Tempini is going to talk more formally about them, but they're really special people, and I just want to give a couple special thanks. First, Steve Carnevale, who is really, along with Bob Hendren, Mari-Lou, the founder of the dyslexia program at UCSF, which is quite extraordinary. It has goals that are unimaginable, but will happen. I think that's what I have learned about Steve and Mari-Lou. So the idea is that children who learn differently need a voice in the schools. They need an opportunity to really succeed. And as David said, these are the people who are often the most creative in our midst. And if we focus on the negatives of trouble with learning, I think this is a very sad thing. And I think this group is going to change the world around that. We even have Nancy Branscombe and her group with Claudia Kuchek from Los Angeles, who work in dyslexia, who are here to celebrate this event with us. I just want to say I have two slides. This is one, and what does the other side of the brain mean? Well, I think we all know a lot about the left side of the brain, the language side. It's the side that speaks, reads. It's very vocal. I think it has its own personality traits, as the great scientist Roger Sperry at Caltech taught us. And we appreciate it, and it's very important in everything we do, including music, but it is language dominant. And then there's this other side, the right side of the brain, which Mari-Lou thinks I love, and it's true. This is the right side of the brain, which is verbally silent. When we stimulate it, it says not a word. Yet there are so many things that happen on that non-dominant right side of the brain. It creates music. It's involved with emotion. It is incredibly important for many of the things that you're going to hear about tonight. And just two more comments. The first is what we've learned from neurodegenerative diseases, and Mari-Lou and Virginia here have been leaders in this space, is that when the language area of the brain degenerates, at least early in the course of the illness, sometimes other circuits emerge. And this was the topic of the unraveling Ravel that we did at our last meeting here together. So I think Mari-Lou and the group here you'll be hearing about have really focused on the different circuits that are strong in children with dyslexia and maybe weaker in children with dyslexia. And this is a very important and exciting story that we will tell. And then just ending, these are the speakers tonight, a word about four of them. Mari-Lou will start. She's been interested in language since she was knee-high. I think she has become one of the world's authorities on language disorders in adults and children. And what a remarkable story she will tell us about learning disabilities in children. Next is Indre Viskanis, unbelievably talented neuroscientist. If you know about Jennifer Aniston cells, it's because of Indre's work when she was at UCLA. She's a singer, a composer, member of this San Francisco Conservatory of Music, and does so many other things as well. Indre is going to teach us tonight about music and emotion. Virginia Sturm is a long-term collaborator, professor at UCSF, endowed professor of emotion, and she has unraveled an amazing story about how some children with dyslexia have extraordinary abilities in the emotional realm. And then finally, an Atlantic Fellow for Global Brain Health, Anne Browning. She's the only assistant dean I know of for wellness, extraordinary position she holds at the University of Washington, and she studies resilience, the way to bring out the best in people. And as you'll see, her story really is relevant. The singing, the emotional aspect of tonight, I won't say any more about, but Indre and Mari-Lou are going to tell you about this aspect of our presentation, and thank you all for being here. Just thrilled to listen.